Are you interested in increasing your sales for November and December? Well, awesome. You're in the exact right place because I'm going to be sharing with you my top 3 tips on how to do this. Hi, y'all. I'm Carrie Shepard, and I'm a business mentor for women entrepreneurs. And I am super passionate about helping women grow a business to fuel their life. And in order to fuel your life, you need sales. So I want to share with you a couple tips on how you can actually increase your sales in November and December. You ready for that? Awesome. Let's dive in. All right. Tip number 1, shift your mindset. So many people come into the holiday season thinking and believing that sales are going to go down, that people are not investing in personal development. But I have something to tell you. That's so wrong. I have been able to increase my sales in November and December year over year, and I know people are interested in investing in themselves. And so, what I want you to do is, I want you to shift this mindset. And as Napoleon Hill says, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And this might even be a great one to write on your on a post-it note and stick it on your laptop or on your desk. Because in reality, if you believe that clients are not going to be attracted to you and they're not purchasing in these next 60 days, then that is exactly what's going to happen for you. But I want you to know that plenty of coaches and consultants and entrepreneurs out there are going to be capitalizing and making money these next 2 months. And I really, really want you to make money as well. So shift that mindset and start to believe that there are clients and there are customers out there, and that you too can have the highest sales months you've had all year in November and December. So tip number 1 is shift that mindset. Tip number 2 is, let's set an attainable goal. I don't want you to have a goal that's totally pie in the sky, that you want to make $1 million in November and December. If that's not a reality for you, then you're setting yourself up for failure. So what I want you to do is, I want you to set an attainable goal, something that might feel like a little bit of a stretch, but that deep down in your core is possible. Because if you set something that's not possible, that's also going to have backlash, and you're going to be fighting against yourself. So what I want you to do is set that goal. So I'm just going to use an example here, make your own example, but say you wanted to create $10,000 over the next 2 months. Okay, great. The next thing that you need to do is figure out what program or product that you're going to be selling over those next 2 months. Okay, you got that in your mind? Next is, you're going to figure out what price point that is. So say you have a $2,000 product and you want, like I said, to create $10,000. Well, you need to figure out how many of that product or service you need to sell in order to make that $10,000. So obviously, if your product is $2,000, you want to create 10. You need to sell 5 packages or of that product over the next 2 months. So you could reasonably set a goal of each month to sell 3 of that product. And again, if you met your goal, you would actually have created $12,000. So see what I mean by making it really attainable? It's something that you can really put an action plan into place. Something that I always tell my clients is to create a visual. So again, if you want to sell 6 of whatever package you have, I recommend getting a flip chart or a whiteboard out and putting, 1 through 6 on that whiteboard. And each time you sell one of those packages, put that person's name so you can visually see your progress, and it's going to keep you motivated and on target. So that's tip number 2, is to set an attainable goal and back into it. I like to reverse engineer all my goals. So I set the goal and then I make the plan on how I'm going to get there. And then that way I can see if it's attainable. So again, if I had set a goal of $100,000 and I had to sell 500 of some sort of package, I know in my mind that's probably not going to be attainable for me. So then I reset my goal and reset the plan to get there. I hope that makes sense. Awesome. All right. Tip number 3 is create a sales and marketing plan. These clients are not going to just show up at your front door and come knocking, even though we wish that would happen. And, as much as we want to believe in magic, it does take some work, and it takes a plan of action to put it out there. And so what is your sales and marketing plan going to be? And I really want you to take a look at this and just look at the next 60 days. I don't want you looking into January or anything further. We're just going to create it for 60 days. You want to think about, where are you going to be showing up? What is your message going to be? What's your launch plan? Are you going to be writing an email sequence? Are you going to do a video series? Are you going to partner with some joint venture or affiliate partners to help you put this program or product out there? What ways are you going to be sharing the message? Are you going to be putting on free workshops or webinars, things like that? And then what is your sequence for somebody to come into this program or product? Do they need to apply? Do they need to have a strategy session with you? What is the onboarding system? You want to walk through the whole process of what happens to get somebody to come in and buy your product or service. So that's a whole training in itself that I could go into, but just know that you need to have a sales and marketing plan. And if you need help with that, please let me know. I'd be happy to jump on the phone and have a conversation with you. All right, I do have a bonus fourth tip, and it's actually to join me on a free workshop that I'm hosting on November 12th. And what I'm going to be doing in this workshop is I'm going to be going even in more depth in how you can create a 60-day plan to increase your sales for 2015. And what I'm going to be doing is laying out this plan in even more detail, and I'll have time for Q&A. So if you have specific questions that you would like me to answer, this is going to be a great time for you to show up. So you can go to CarrieShepherd.com/60, so 60 day plan. So again, that's CarrieShepherd.com/60 day plan. I'll also put the link below so you can grab your spot and come join us on the workshop. So again, just to recap, you want to shift your mindset and realize that anything's possible. And if your mind can believe it, you can achieve it. Number 2, you want to set an attainable goal. Set that goal, work backwards, make sure it's realistic. Number 3, you want to create a sales and marketing plan to make this goal happen. And number 4, you want to join me on November 12th for my free workshop. Again, go to CarrieShepherd.com/60 day plan, or just click the link below. So I hope you found this video valuable and helpful in increasing your sales for 2015 in November and December. If you have, I would love it if you share it with your community. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below and let me know if you're going to be joining me on the workshop. I'll talk to you soon. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Bye for now.